I don't know about you guys, but Game 7 has to be the greatest 2 words in sporting history. After what Stephen Curry did the other day to the Sacramento Kings, I thought it would only be right that I go and visit the most epic moments in Game 7 history from recent years and some of my favorite moments. So we're not going to have all the Game 7 crazy moments, but I'm going to give you guys my favorite ones, my favorite moments that mean something to me, and I feel like you guys definitely will play a role in your recent NBA viewing history. From clutch shots to historic comebacks, these unforgivable moments have defined careers of some of the greatest players to ever grace the court. And as we journey through the highs and lows of Game 7s, get ready to relive some of the most thrilling moments in basketball history. I want to welcome you guys to another video on the channel. Today, this is the greatest Game 7 moments. I feel like it would be rude not to start with this moment. Stephen Curry versus the Kings, Game 7. Now, some of you guys might say that this was the first round of the playoffs. This shouldn't mean that much. Backs against the wall. The Warriors have been terrible on the road this season, and Stephen Curry came out and broke the record for most points scored in a Game 7. 50 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. The greatest performance I've seen individually from a player. I'd say barring the NBA Finals, Stephen Curry was absolutely unbelievable in Game 7 against the Sacramento Kings. And man, oh man, Chef is only getting started. Like I said, he broke the record for most points in a game. He would not allow the Golden State Warriors to lose this one. He is first on our list. Next up, who can forget LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers' performance in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. James led the Cleveland Cavaliers to a historic comeback over the Golden State Warriors. Now, he recorded a triple-double, 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. He made a key block, maybe one of the most famous blocks, on Andre Iguodala that actually resulted in Kyrie Irving hitting the game winner over Stephen Curry in this Game 7. And who also can forget that crazy stop that Kevin Love had on Stephen Curry? Not one of my favorite moments as a Steph Curry fan, but definitely one of the greatest moments from the past NBA Game 7s. It was LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers stealing the series over the Golden State Warriors and completing the first ever 3-1 comeback in the NBA Finals. Now, as these being recent moments, this one stuck out for me. In Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals in 2019, the Toronto Raptors faced off against the Philadelphia 76ers, and man, this was an intense and close-fought battle the entire game. This was the team with Jimmy Butler, and the game was tied at 90 with 4.2 seconds on the clock. The Toronto Raptors inbounded it. Kawhi Leonard, who had already been a key player for the Raptors throughout the playoffs, stepped up. And man, oh man, did he step up. As the clock ticked down, Leonard actually dribbled around Simmons. He shot over Embiid. And man, the ball bounced around the rim several times before dropping through the net, unleashing a deafening roar from the home crowd and seeing the Raptors advance to the conference finals. Leonard actually finished this game with 41 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And man, he was definitely one of the most clutch performers that year, especially that game winner in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semis. We are keeping it recent. Now, this one was definitely one of the most interesting moments in Game 7 of the 2018 Western Conference Finals between the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. This was a massive high-stakes matchup with a trip to the NBA Finals on the line. The Rockets, who were considered one of the strongest teams in the league that year with a crazy offense led by James Harden and Chris Paul. They love their three-point shots. However, in the crucial deciding game, the Rockets actually experienced an historic cold streak. They missed an NBA record 27 consecutive three-point attempts, ultimately leading to a defeat by the Warriors. The Rockets actually had a 15-point lead at halftime, but they couldn't convert their chances in the second half and went scoreless for over 10 minutes at one point. Despite Harden dropping 32 points, that 27 threes missed in a row ultimately led for the Golden State Warriors winning and going to the NBA Final. I couldn't fail to mention the crazy performance on May 27th, 2018 at the TD Garden between Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James led Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. Now, LeBron James led the Cavaliers with an incredible performance, scoring 35 points, grabbing 15 rebounds, and dishing out 9 assists. He played all 48 minutes of this game, refusing to come out for a single second. Now, this game was tight throughout, with neither team leading by more than 8 points at any point in the game. But man, it was LeBron James who carried this Cavs team to an 87-79 winning, earning their 4th consecutive trip to the NBA Finals. Man, LeBron's performance in Game 7s was just one of the most examples of just how great he is as a player. This Cleveland Cavaliers team wasn't stacked. It wasn't the same team that it used to be, but man, they defeated Boston in TD Garden, and LeBron James stole the hearts of many Boston Celtic fans. Man, I had to talk about the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, Game 7 of the 2022 Western Conference Semifinals. I want to briefly touch on this. Everyone thought that the Phoenix Suns would get out of this series, and the Dallas Mavericks and Luka had other ideas. They blew this Suns team out. At one point, I believe it was 44 points. They ended up going on to win by a record margin, but this is definitely one of the moments in Game 7s that shocked me and definitely shocked fans. Briefly wanted to touch on the Clippers Lob City era. Now, this is definitely one of my favorite Game 7s. It actually was the Clippers versus the Spurs. I believe this was in 2016 when the Golden State Warriors went on to win the NBA championship. Correct me if I'm wrong, 2015. This was absolutely epic. This was probably the peak of the Clippers. They went on to play OKC in the next round, where OKC defeated the Clippers, I believe. But this Clippers team, man oh man, this Game 7 had it all. Chris Paul was definitely balling. He got hit basically the game winner. Blake Griffin was flying all over the place. This is when the Spurs were seen unbeatable. This was where they were seen to be unbeatable in a series, and the Clippers didn't. One of my favorite Game 7s. To round out the video, I want to give my honorable mentions to my recent moments that shocked fans. Number 1 was Jimmy Butler missing that game winner over the Boston Celtics that would have sent the Celtics to Cancun and the Heat to the NBA Finals. Hey, we've got to talk about Kevin Durant's almost game winner over the Bucks. If his foot size was a little bit smaller, they would have been going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and things would have been looking a whole lot different. Maybe Kyrie Irving and James Harden would have been there. And to close the video, I've got to throw in Kobe Bryant in the 2010 NBA Game 7 moments, where he had 23 points and 15 rebounds. One of my favorite performances. Struggled from the field, but man, he's Kobe. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of some of my favorite Game 7 moments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay blessed, guys. I'm out.